Hey everyone, welcome to Let's See a Small Town, where today we're in Ridgeway. This week I got to go and visit the town of Ridgeway, South Carolina. Ridgeway is a very small town, and it's located just north of Columbia, South Carolina, the capital city. Ridgeway only has a population of 319, and you can really feel that and feel that community and that it is close-knit. It almost feels like a little mountain town that's just nestled in the middle of South Carolina. When you enter the town, you see these beautiful shade trees that are arching over the streets and really just pull you in and invite you to come and visit. The town was actually originally known as Newtown, and it got its current name when the owners of the Charlotte and South Carolina railways didn't want to build on the Camden route, but instead wanted to build on the Ridgeway, and that's where it got its name. The railroad actually runs pretty much straight through the town, much like a lot of other small South Carolina rural towns. It's pretty interesting that Ridgeway is actually the highest point above sea level in between Augusta, Georgia and Charlotte, North Carolina along the railroad tracks, and it even says it on the water tower that it's 625 feet above sea level. I thought that was pretty cool. When you first pull into the town, you start seeing all of these old homes. You see these houses that look like they could be pulled out of a Civil War film. One of the cool buildings that you can see when you're riding through Ridgeway is the Century House, and this actually serves as the town's current town hall. The Century House became a temporary headquarters for the Confederate Army whenever Sherman was marching north after burning Columbia, South Carolina, the capital, to the ground. They temporarily moved their headquarters to Ridgeway, South Carolina, and actually sent a telegraph from there to signal that they were safe and they were still there. I will tell you though, walking around the deep south in the middle of summer is not the best of choices because you sweat, and it was hot.
Of course, the bar is not open because it's Sunday.
Downtown they even had a book swap, which was pretty cool and pretty cute for a rural area, that people could just come and drop off a free book or take a book if they wanted to read it, replace it, whatever they wanted to do. And of course I had to open it up and take a peek.
We'll just leave that
there. The world's smallest police station is located right here in South Carolina. The tiny police station didn't become a police station until 1940 when they closed up an old well that once stood there for cotton farmers to use. Then in 1990 they closed down the world's smallest police station, left it as a historical monument, but then opened up the new police station that is right next door. And one of the cool things about that police station that's next door is there is a phone booth on the outside that still works.
I want to see if I can make a call.
although it was a little bit hot and dirty.
It was hot.
Next I went to the spot where the old high school once stood in Ridgeway, and the town has actually left the arch from where that entrance was still intact and standing, and it's pretty cool to see, and it's great that they preserved this passageway of history. There was a beautiful church right outside the center of town called Ruff's Chapel. It kind of had a eerie, grotesque sort of feeling about it. The gravestones that were there are a little bit disheveled and weathered, and the once white church can be seen with dust and dirt and some peeling paint here and there. The last place that I visited in Ridgeway was a little bit farther out from the center of town, but I definitely had to go there. That was Camp Welfare. Camp Welfare started out after the Civil War when slaves were freed, but they wanted to come back together to have a time and place of worship. Now the houses were not very big. It looked like they could only have maybe a mattress in them. Some of the houses were painted bright colors, some of them were made of cinder block, and some of them were made of wood, and it's just cool to see them all together as kind of puzzle pieces to this time when people were still trying to find their place and make their mark in the rural South.
Time, do what you're gonna do and just smile, you're gonna see it through. Your wings are gonna sprout and lift you off the ground. No, take time, do what you're gonna do, just smile, you're gonna see it through. Your wings are gonna sprout and you will learn to fly.
As I like to say, we often see the large cities and forget that there are people in between. Ridgeway has a historic and beautiful town center, as well as some unique and interesting places in the area. So I would encourage you to visit Ridgeway, South Carolina, or just go and visit a small town near you.
Take time, do what you're gonna do and just smile, you're gonna see it through, and your wings are gonna sprout and lift you off the ground. No, take time, do what you're gonna do, just smile, you're gonna see it through. Your wings are gonna sprout and you will learn to fly. Well, take time, do what you're gonna do and just smile, you're gonna see it through. Your wings are gonna sprout and lift you off the ground. No, well, take time, do what you're gonna do, just smile, you're gonna see it through. Your wings are gonna sprout and you will learn to fly.
Well, that's all I have for today. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. Thumbs up for Ridgeway. Leave me a comment down below. What did you think of Ridgeway? And do you know of a small town that I should visit next? Put it in the comments. And as always, make sure you subscribe.